Welcome to the latest edition of Striders Revealed. I'm really pleased to welcome a man who's bagged more wins than most, none other than Matt Clare. Matt, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for
I
having
think
me.
you requested, didn't you?
Yeah, I'd much rather be on camera than write out all my responses. So.
You clearly didn't know what you're letting yourself in for.
No idea.
Okay, for those that don't know Matt, he's one of our younger members and he's one of our more speedier members, that's fair to say, don't you think?
Very kind of you, yeah.
He's not a track or Wednesday night regular, fair to say,
No, not anymore, I would say.
Yeah.
Probably in the early years, but yeah, I'd agree with that.
but certainly a race regular in a Strider's top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, Matt, so your first question. So, Matt, you strike me as certainly someone who's got their life together, successful career, beautiful wife, nice car and all that, and someone that always pays his taxes. Have you ever done anything risky or dangerous with your life?
Now that is a question. I think, well, I probably haven't done anything that dangerous. You kind of summed me up well in your build-up there. I would say the most dangerous or risky thing is probably coming up later on this year, because I'm going to travel to Nepal and do Everest Base Camp on a 12-day trek. So, yeah, that's probably going to be the riskiest thing coming up, where we go to altitude. I'm doing that with another strider, with Rowley Hutchinson. So, but other than that, no, I would suggest I am probably as reserved as you've said. Haven't done anything too stupid, other than training for marathons, obviously, and 50, 60.
Nothing when you were younger?
Probably got into a bit of mischief when I was younger, I guess. I used to play a lot of football as a kid, used to, up and down trees. Yeah, I've probably got my fair share of bumps and bruises from, monkeying around like a child, but yeah, nothing too stupid, not yet anyway.
So when did you say you're going to Nepal?
So that's November, so apparently there are two kind of key times that you should do that kind of journey.
Yeah, April, November.
That's it, yeah. April, May time, or October, November, so yeah, going at the end of November.
Yeah, you'll love it. I did the Annapurna region.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did that twice actually.
Nice.
So, once was in April, once was in November. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. I presume you're flying into Lukla, I do believe. And
Yeah, so yeah, Kathmandu. Well, England to Turkey, Turkey to Kathmandu, Kathmandu, then an internal flight to Lukla, which is a little 10-seater kind of. About 40% of the flights don't go through because of bad weather and a very short runway. So
have you seen the runway?
I have seen the videos. Yeah. That's definitely going to be up there for the most dangerous thing.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, really looking forward to it. Massively.
Yeah, for those that know, the runway takes off into a valley, doesn't it?
Yeah, so
And
it's very short.
You don't get no second chances because planes have been known to just literally go straight off the end. Haven't
I think they look at the weather forecast and go, oh, it's a bit windy. Yeah, I think we'll just cancel today. No flights. So yeah, I've kind of got work on tender hooks as to whether I come back on time or not, subject to the weather. But yeah, really looking forward to it.
That's fantastic. I'm sure you'll keep us informed about that.
I will.
What sort of upbringing did you have? And have you got any fond childhood memories?
What sort of upbringing? So, I grew up in Bognor Regis till I was 11. And with my brother, mum and dad, and then dad stayed in Bognor, mum moved to Stenning, so I moved from Bognor to Stenning when I was 11, which was a little bit of a culture shock because Bognor Regis and Stenning are very different places. Very different schools, very different friends that I made. So yeah, half of my upbringing in Bognor Regis, the other half in Stenning, and then went out into the wider world and lived in Bognor for a short period of time as an adult, and mostly Hove and Portslade and now New Haven. Fond childhood memories, I think when I was in Bognor I was incredibly sporty and active and played loads of football and tennis and that sort of stuff, and yeah, my fondest memories are definitely the little pitch outside the house that I played football on with loads of kids older than me and that sort of stuff. And I was, as I say, quite athletic and quite sporty from a young age. So, really enjoyable time. I think my love of the outdoors and particularly trail running absolutely comes from those core memories of just loving being outside as a kid.
You've kind of carried it through.
100%, yeah.
Did you do any other sports when you were...
I played quite a bit of tennis, a little bit of cricket, but mostly football. Always did reasonably well at sports day and that sort of stuff, but never did running as a sort of dedicated enterprise. It really was, it's really when I got older that I took up running, but I think football was definitely my chosen sport, chosen activity. So my aerobic base comes from that, I think.
Okay. On to running. How long have you been running? I mean, you kind of just answered that just now, really. And how long have you been a member of the club, and have you got any long-term goals?
So, started running 5 or 6 years ago. Really as a way of supporting Bronwyn, who'd taken up running, my wife, who took up running to support her dad, who was kind of a born-again runner. So I guess it was just a little bit of a, he's doing it, so she followed, and she was doing it, so I followed. So yeah, running for 5 or 6 years. We started running when we lived in Hove together in a flat, and then we moved to Newhaven. Bronwyn was part of a running club when we were in Hove, all part of a group, but I wasn't. Okay. She got a load of enjoyment out of it, and we quickly found Striders when we moved, and then I followed suit shortly afterwards. So only ever run for Striders. Not had any experience of club running before. Definitely have some goals, definitely some long-term goals. I'd really like to get good for age at London. That's probably my primary focus at the moment.
What's the qualifying time now? I know it varies.
It does vary. At the moment it's 2:52. Just as I was getting into shape to sort of run the 2:55-ish time that I would need, I was a couple of minutes short, and the times are getting lower, so I've got to work a bit harder. But yeah, I think once that's done, I don't know, I'll probably want to go quicker, and I think that's probably my nature, to want to get quicker and faster and better. But at the moment, once I get good for age, I'll be happy.
Have you got any plans to diverse a bit? Maybe do some ultra running or triathlons or anything like that?
Ultra running, yes, I definitely see that's in my future. I've been to the Backyard Ultra a number of times and watched and supported and soaked up the atmosphere. I love it. If it ever
going this year,
I keep saying next year, and then I keep doing marathon training or something else that I know the Backyard Ultra would either get in the way of or harm.
Will you be supporting this year?
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'll be down there 2 or 3 times probably. Great event, really enjoyable event to be a part of, and ultras in general I think are really nice to be a part of. I went up and watched the South Downs Way, watched Sarah Webster come through at that record time that she ran, saw the first couple of guys come through. There's a different feeling that comes attached to watching effort at that point in a race, so I'd love to be a part of that. I think after my road marathon running sort of dreams come to a close, I'll take on trail ultras, 100%.
Cool. You're obviously very quick, and you've got a number of wins and podiums under your belt. I mean, you always pick the races that you can win, it seems. I've noticed. Small fields, no offence.
20 or 30 people. Fun runs normally.
But I also know that you train really hard. Have you got any hints and tips to other members of the club?
I think it's consistency and advice that I still don't take myself, which is running your easy runs easy, which I'm just not capable of doing. Whenever I feel like I'm in a good place fitness wise, or just my easy runs creep up and go quicker and quicker, and it's not the answer. Taking your easy runs easy, and it's just consistency. I mean, I run 5 or 6 times a week when I'm in shape. And it's a proper commitment, but that's definitely where I've got quicker when I've upped my mileage.
Personal trainer, or someone to answer to even?
Yeah, I think yeah, I know some people in the club know, some don't, but I have had quite a bit of coaching from Phil. He's got a track record of running some really quick times. He's worked with some people that I know and have seen improvement in and respect their effort. So being accountable to someone is really helpful. As much as I am quite self-motivated, it's much easier when someone tells me what to do, which Bronwyn could attest to.
Yeah.
I'm great under instruction. But if I'm given the choice and it's only me, then it's a little bit trickier. So yeah, I think the accountability is probably the big driver. I just love running. I love doing mileage. So yeah, having a bit of direction for that energy is probably helpful.
You're way keener than me.
Yeah, absolutely. Injury is probably the thing to try and avoid the absolute most, as everyone who runs and enjoys running knows. Injury is so dangerous, and yeah, if my advice to anyone, up the mileage, watch out for injury, definitely.
So Matt, who got your vote as Strider this year?
Ooh, that's a tricky one, Joe. I'm not sure if I can remember. I've got a funny feeling it might have been Matt Winton.
Well, he did win it with Ralph, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, maybe that was my contributory vote. I'm pretty sure it would have been Matt. I mean, we had so many worthy winners that could have won it this year, as we do most years, to be fair. So yeah, I think it might have been Matt.
Last year was obvious, wasn't it?
Oh, of course, Ray. Yeah, absolutely. Without fail.
What's the best day of your life?
That's really easy.
You're going to say your wedding day.
I'm going to be really boring and say what everyone probably says. It's my wedding day. It was. I'm smiling from the moment I woke up to throughout the day to when it finished. It was absolutely fantastic. Sub-3 at Manchester was pretty close. So yeah. But yeah, no.
Well, I just pipped it really.
I was also smiling. Yeah, probably my wedding, Ray. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Easy answer.
You're in Bronwyn's good books.
Yeah, have to be.
Okay. Yeah. And what is your favourite food?
Brioche rolls, chocolate chip brioche rolls. Absolutely, yeah, sucker for it.
Cool. And fueling for running?
Yeah, absolutely.
Same answer.
Do you know what? It's probably gels for running, although
what, you actually like them?
I used to have like SIS or High Five, all these different types, and I could never get any of them to agree with me. I started having some Morton gels recently, and they don't really taste of anything, which unbelievably is quite nice when you get going. So yeah, gels for me.
Cool. And your most memorable race? I know what you're going to say to this one.
Do you know what, there's so many. Probably Beachy Head Marathon, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Beachy Head Marathon the second time. The first time I did it was an absolute car crash. Really.
Any reasons for that?
I think that was the first time that I started taking on coaching and training for something specific, and I wanted to have some form of redemption, so I went back next year and had a really good run and executed it well. The training went well, the day went well. It was just, it was a really... I've had better races, since then. I've had better performances, but it was, a 16-week training block right up to executing a really, really good race at somewhere that I'd had a really bad time. So for that reason, big check.
Can you remember how long it took you?
3 hours and 43 minutes. And I think in my mind 4 hours was going to be a good day out. Exceeded my expectations, which is good. Really, really good. Really enjoyable day.
Again this year?
I'm doing Chester Marathon in October, so I probably won't do it.
Clash,
And then Everest in the November, so maybe next year.
Cool. Last question, slightly more complicated. You decide to get away from it all and you book a caravan for one in Scotland.
Okay.
You turn on the telly when you arrive, only to learn of an asteroid strike that will wipe out the Earth in 3 hours.
Okay.
Suddenly there's a power cut and all communications are lost.
Okay.
Then there is a knock at the door and you open it and in walks a fellow strider who had exactly the same idea to get away. Who would you like that strider to be? Bearing in mind you can't choose Bob Bromwich.
Okay, fine. Yeah, probably makes that decision then. Oh, wow, okay.
3 hours. So, do you want someone emotionally supportive, or do you want someone that you could emotionally support?
Are we both mutually aware of the situation?
Yeah.
We both know,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Female, male?
It's probably Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeff, he's just infectious to be around. I mean, yeah, I think we did the South Downs Way relay for the second year in a row. He came as you know, support, and 12 hours, 15 hours in a van with him, and just fantastic company for the entire time, and just infectiously happy and fun to be around. Yeah, I 100% Jeff.
Well, there we are, Jeff. That's an amazing compliment. Matt would like to spend the last 3 hours of his life with you.
In Scotland, running around the hills for the last 3 hours, what's not to love?
Potentially, you could try and do a sub 3 hour marathon as well.
100%, yeah. Still Jeff, yeah, perfect.
All right, okay, Matt. Like I said, thanks for coming along and doing this. I'm sure there'll be a few people out there that click the link.
Absolutely.
If not, it'll be Bronwyn clicking over and over and over again.
Multiple times, yeah.
And good luck with your running.
Thank you very much indeed, Ray.
Okay, brilliant.